Just here setting up my vlog, my live stream here. Still a little new to this, so let's see how bright this one is. Okay, this one is a pretty good color. It's pretty okay. 1000p HD. And let's take this and let's see if we can embed this. Embed on Facebook. Take this and embed it into Facebook. Doing some self reflection. Paste. Self reflection. Post that. See how it turns up on self reflection. See how well that turns up. Well, it's turning up pretty well on Facebook. See how it turns up on All right, so guys, let me hear the volume on here. Well, it's turning up pretty well on Facebook. All right, so guys, let's start this thing here. Self-reflection vlog, day one. I'm gonna be talking about basically just reflecting on my life here. My question that I decided to ask myself. Let me turn this down so I cannot hear it. The question that I decided to ask myself was, are you supporting? Are you helping and supporting you? You know, that's the question I decided I wanted to ask myself. Akeem, are you helping and supporting you? And a lot of people may think that, hey, of course I'm helping and supporting me. Of course, it's me. I wake up every day. I do what I guess what I'm supposed to do, and of course I'm helping and supporting me. But really, are you really helping and supporting you? And if I answered that question truthfully for myself, and my answer to myself was no, I'm not helping and supporting me. And before I go into that, let me go ahead and share this to my official Akeem T. Goldborn's page. Let me share this to my book page, labeled an immigrant, and also let me share this to a friend's page, my editor, and one more person. Alright, so guys, it's 10:33 p.m. and I'm finished sharing it to the different places that I need to share it to. Alright, so the question is, are you helping and supporting you? That was my question to myself, and I came up with the answer no. I'm not helping and supporting me enough. I'm not helping me and supporting me to achieve my dreams enough. So I decided that I was gonna sit here and come up with a business plan to put myself into the future and to, like I was playing. It's so funny how we learn certain things from games. For the last few days, I've been playing a lot of games, online, and I played 2K17. I'm old school, so 2K18 out, but I was playing 2K17. And in the game, in the movie part of the game, it was saying in the movie part of the game that the guy had a father, and his father would always say his father is dead, but his father would always say, um, "What do you want to be, son?" And his son would say, "I want to be like Coach K." And he's like, "So okay, when you become like Coach K, what next?" You know. And his son would be like, "Okay, well, after I become like Coach K and I can ball, I want to get into a college to ball." He said, "Okay, what next?" So after I get into a college to ball, hopefully I can get in the draft and I can go to NBA. And his father would be like, "So, what next?" You know. And his father wasn't really just trying to like grab his brain and keep having him think like, what next, what next, what next. His father was trying to teach him to be in a what next frame of mind. You know, when you get what you want, what's after that? You know, that's what his father was trying to teach him. So I I asked myself, Akeem, what's next? All right, so you came up here. You came to the United States to push your book. My book. For those of you who don't know, this is my book, labeled an immigrant. Um, Autobiography of Akeem T. Goldburn. It's not who you are or where you're from, but who you will become in the process. I came up here to push my book. I'm here now. So far, you know, great. I wrote a book. That's great self reflection. Akeem, one of the things you want to do is write a book. Did it. Check. Wrote a book. Okay, what was next? All right, you wanna start to push your book. Put it out there. You want to get to the United. You want to go to the United States to push your book. I'm here. I'm at the United States. Check. Okay, now you're here. Now, how you gonna push your book? Okay, you got invited to a radio station, 107.9, I think, 107.9, and you got interviewed on the radio. Okay, check. Um, what else? What next? Well, my editor, thank you for being such an amazing guy, not just an editor, told me that Akeem, you need to have a business plan. Now, for those of you who know Akeem, you know that I procrastinate, and you also know that I'm very one track minded focused. So I believe in everything as like A, point B, point C, and you keep going on and on and on, right? Now, the thing about me is I take very long. If I'm at point A and I just and I'm still just like relaxed, I'm not in like a go getter attitude. I could be on point A for a very long time until I decide to go on point B. But in your mind, the way you look at it, you think that point C is right there. You need to just go for it and stop with all the rest of the stuff in the middle. Now, all right, I decided that okay, when I came here, I needed a phone. I needed my old phone is messed up, right? So I need a new phone because I'm always thinking proactive. Like, okay, I need a good phone so that I can handle business. Because for those of you who know me well, I run a lot of business on my phone. So I said, all right, I need to get my Note 8, right? Got it. Check. What next? It's so funny. I got this from a game. What next? And I said, all right, I gotta have my Gear 360 so that I want to start doing some vlogging, right? And for like I'm gonna say again, for those of you who know me, right? For those of you who know me, not know of me, but know me, you guys know that I love acting, and you guys know that if you read this book or you know of the person in this book, you know that I was an actor. I got into a lot of musicals, plays, all kinds of different stuff, and that's my. I love acting, but to me, I don't feel like I can become an actor unless I'm a U.S. citizen. In my mind, that's in my mind, right? Now, what if I didn't have to wait for that to happen, right? Well, I thought about that today, and I said to myself, "Well, Akeem, why don't you start to look up auditions for for whatever it may be to audition for, and go to them. Just go to them. It's not like you're an illegal immigrant anymore. Um, if they want you to be in their play or whatever, or their movie, um, you can figure it out from there. There's no limitations anymore." And I decided, okay, well, that's next. That's what I'm gonna work on that on the side next, right? But what about your book, Akeem? You sold a whole box of your book. As you see, this is a box that came out 50 books or something in it, and that box is now empty. See? So you sold a box. That's about like, I don't know, 500 US. I don't even know. $1,000, 1,000 US. I don't know. But what next? Did you really have a plan for when these books sell? What you were going to do next? Well, okay, plan. Keep selling books. Keep selling books. Okay, because it's not really about the books selling. It's about the message, getting the message out there to people. How it feels to be labeled an immigrant, and getting people that even if one person was to say, you know what, I want to write a book and I want to affect or I want to help people in the world, um, or whatever, it'll be worth it. But really, what's next? You have to, even people who like are, some people see me and they say, oh, he's successful, or he's well off, or he knows what he's talking about, he has a great mind, oh, I didn't know you were going to be so great. But I'm gonna let you guys behind the scenes here. I'm gonna let you behind the scenes. um, Even I, for those of you who think I'm perfect, mess up, or I don't have everything figured out as you think I have everything figured out. Now, I may have written a book, and I may have done this, and I may have done that, and I may have done this, and I may got plans and do business, and I'm good at marketing and good at social media management, and all kinds of different stuff that I'm good at. I still don't have all those things figured out in a way where it can create massive income for me. Um, just beginning, but this is all self reflection. Now, the reason why I'm doing this self reflection on YouTube Live is that I want to be able to look back at it and listen to it. Okay, I want to be able to look back at it and look at myself, reflect on me, while also writing here. I'm writing here. Question of this self reflection topic: are you helping and supporting you? Well, what did I say to that? I said no. I'm not helping and supporting me yet. Well, I'm not doing it to the level I need to do it, so I could just stop saying yes and stop saying but. There is no buts in life. There is either yeses or nos. And to me, currently, this is a no. If you are not helping yourself to your fullest potential, then you're not helping yourself. The only way you're truly helping yourself is if you're helping yourself at your fullest potential. So what am I not using? Let's see here. Okay, I got my Gear 360. I need to start vlogging. What do I need? Okay, so let's put that. I'm gonna write that question down. How do I start helping myself? How do I start helping myself? And let's mute this and go ahead and forgot to put some background music on for those of you who like to listen to background music while someone's talking. So let me go ahead and do that real quick, YouTube. um, back. What do you call it? What do you call it? Background. Ground music. Soft. Unlicensed. Don't want to get sued. Unlicensed. Okay. Background music soft, unlicensed. Okay, let's go with this. Unmute this, turn it up. Okay, I can hear it a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, so for those of you now it sounds a little better to me. It's gonna come out a little better now that we have some background music playing in this thing. Alright, so how do I start helping myself? That is the question. Since I now answered the first question, are you helping yourself? How do I start helping myself with the tools? With the tools I have. That's the next question. How do I start helping myself with the tools I have? But before I ask that question now, I need to ask myself, well, what am I trying to do? What am I trying to accomplish here? What is my goal? Okay. My goal, you know what I want to do? I would really love to sell 100,000. Let's just go with a number. Let's go with 1,000. I want to sell 1,000 copies of my own book. I want to sell 1,000 copies of my own book. So let's put a goal down here. Let's put a goals. Sell 1,000 copies. I mean, I've sold 50 personally, but I want to sell personally and unpersonally 1,000 copies of my own book. Sell 1,000 copies of labeled an immigrant book. Okay. Now within this thing, you're gonna have to find out. Okay, how much each book costs. Multiply it by 1,000. See how much it's gonna cost. Okay, I guess it resumed. Okay, so figure out how much it's gonna cost you to go ahead and buy 1,000 copies over time and sell them. Now, yeah, that's a goal that I want to do. What else? What's another goal I want to do? I want to save. For I want to save for a car. Okay, now I'm gonna have to figure out the cost of that car and different things like that. Not to save for a car in the U.S., but a car in Jamaica. I want to take the money and go back to Jamaica and buy a vehicle that I can get around with in Jamaica. All right. What else do I want? For those of you who've been tuning in, I want to start a talk show. I want to my talk show. So I'm going to be having a live stream talk show, kind of like this, where it's not a vlog setting, but it's a talk show setting where I'm talking to people and people call in and ask questions. And this talk show is going to be called, guys, I had to do some talking on the phone real quick. Alright, so what was the next thing? I want to start my talk show. My talk show is going to be called It's Possible. It's possible. With Akeem T. Goldbarn, making your impossible possible again. Or making your dreams possible again. I haven't figured out that tag as of yet, but that's what I want to name it. It's possible. Um, Now that we know what I want to do, and also yes, need to need to find a way to become a full citizen of the United States, and that's okay if this is on live stream. Need to find a way to do that. Um, yeah, need to find a way to do that. Um, I need to find a process so that people can follow. You know, because this book does tell people that it's better to live a life that no one can take from you than to live a life that someone can take from you anytime. And one of the number one questions I always get from people now is if I'm okay, if my whole thing is sorted out now. And I say, well, I'm not an illegal immigrant anymore. I can be in the United States without breaking the law now every day when I wake up automatically. But what's next? Akeem, now that you can be in the United States, now that you have everything sorted out, now that you're forgiven from the United States for being in the country past the age of 18, now all that's done. What's the next step? You know, there has to be a next step. There has to be a valid way. If, let's say, I was traveling over here and I decided that, hey, you know what? I want to move to the United States. Not to say I do want to move to the United States, but let's say anyone says they're traveling over to the United States for visiting and they're like, wow, this country's amazing. I would love to contribute to the growth of this country. How could I move here, relocate, you know? And so far, what I've realized is the United States gives green cards to people that are in danger. Like if you're in danger of your life, or if you're what do you call it, a refugee, or you win the U.S. green card, I guess, lottery, or or you're a person of extreme skill, and that you like they need you for work in the United States. You have like a really rare skill or something like that. But what about people that just want, you know what? I'm not a criminal. I have a great background. I want to form business here. I want to work here, and I want to build a business here, and I want to build a home for my future family in this country. What about people that just want to be free, want to travel between both countries? Free will, you know? They want to have business in Jamaica, business in America, and then after that, they might want to have business in England, business in China, business in different countries. What about people that just want to travel? You know, they just want to be free. Is there a process and a way for that person to become citizens of many different countries? And I decided that that's what's next for me. I want to figure out a process, and I want to say this without getting married to someone, without someone here vouching. I have a lot of people that can vouch for me. I'm a great guy, but without someone here vouching for me, if someone just decided that, hey, you know what, I came here to visit, but now I'm thinking about staying for a while. I feel like relocating. You know, where's the possibility in that? Why can't a country help you to move forward in your personal life based on your personal decision? It has nothing to do with criminal activity. Has nothing to do with running away from your country or anything like that. Just because you want to make a difference in your own life and you feel like this is the place where you can make that difference. You know? Simple stuff like that. And that's one of the things I want to figure out. How to go from visa to green card. without marriage. Not to not to say that I'm not gonna get married pretty soon, but it's a good thing to find out, not just for yourself, but how for other people, not even just for yourself, because a lot of people try to figure out things just for themselves, but I want to figure out how do you go about doing this so that I can help other people know that they don't have to do certain things to get certain things in this country. They just have to be a good person and do the right thing, and they can vouch for themselves and get this thing done. I want to do that, so that's going to be one thing. So I have sold 1,000 books. I want to save for a car. I want to start my talk show, and I want to know how to move from visa to green card without marriage, or without a plea bargain, or without the country of the United States feeling sorry for me. I want to know, as a businessman and as a person that has not committed any crime, what steps can I take individually without someone else's help, right, to go from visa to green card. And that's what I'm going to work on. Now, back to this question. How do I start helping myself with the tools I have? Let's see here. We got the Gear 360, so I'm vlogging right now. That's a tool I have. I need to figure out how I'm going to use this tool here to help this agenda that I'm trying to have for myself more. Okay? I need to vlog more often. Get myself out there, get my name out there, you know. So let's see here. What's the tools? We have the Gear 360, G360. We have my books. We have my camera. My Rebel. There it is. For those of you who don't know what it is. I have this, right? I'm a photographer and a cinematographer, so I can create videos, movies. Well, not really a movie, but you know what I mean. But photography, right? So, am I using that to the fullest of my capacity? No, I'm not. So, my DLSR cam. What else do I have? I have my laptop. Am I using that to the fullest of my capability to create the future and life that I want? No, I'm not. What else do I have? I have my new Note 8 phone, which can do a lot of things, by the way. Which I've done a lot with the Note 5 before, but now I have the Note 8. So, am I using that to the fullest business capability? No, I'm not. Okay, what else? Let's see here. I stopped doing the Amway business, but I'm going to start a new business very soon. I'm trying to make a decision between Amway and a traveling business. So I need to make a decision between those two businesses based on where I'm going in life. You know, I need to make a decision on that tonight when I start to put down more of my goals and my business plan. I need to make a decision on that. And that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and start doing this stuff now. But I wanted to reflect with you guys. I wanted to reflect to myself. You know, guys, practice this. Go to the mirror and do a self-reflection, you know, on you. Talk to yourself, you know, because I can see myself right now in this camera right here. I can see myself in the phone, and this is the Gear 360. But that's how you keep seeing my eyes kind of look down, kind of like this way, right there. But use a mirror and reflect to yourself and ask yourself questions and write down where you currently are in life and ask yourself, what next? You know, what next? And when you answer what next, ask yourself, what tools do I have? And when you answer what tools do you have, ask yourself, are you using those tools to the fullest of your capability to get to that what next? And if the answer is no, start to figure out how you can use these tools to the fullest of your capability to get to that what next. And once you answer how you can do these things, ask yourself, what's in your way? What's in your way of getting it done? And if the only thing is you not doing it, then you know it's time for you to start moving and start doing it. It's time for you to get up and start moving towards those goals you wrote down, and asking yourself, what can you do tomorrow? What can you do tonight? What can you do right now? Well, if you're doing some self reflecting, that's one thing you're currently doing right now to get to the life that you desire in your future. That's something that you're doing right now. So don't beat yourself up because you're doing the right thing right now. That's your first step. Self-reflection. Realizing yourself. Knowing what you're doing currently. And self-reflection is something that you could do to get to the life you want. So you're doing the right thing right now. Second, what can you do second? What can you do right after this? Well, do you have a plan? If you have a plan, then great. You already did number 2. You wrote a plan down. Number 3, what can you do in the morning when you wake up to get to where you want to get to? Well, if you have self-reflecting, you have a plan, just start to follow the plan. Just do the first thing that's on the plan. Once you do that first thing that's on the plan, great. You're making the right step. Nothing has to be huge. Nothing has to be big. A successful life is just the small things you do every day. That's all it is. The small things you do every day. Okay? So make small, smart decisions, and it will lead to big, successful results. Or if you make small, bad decisions, it would lead to big, bad results. So that's it, guys. I'm Akeem T. Goldborn, author of Labeled an Immigrant, inspirational speaker, photographer, cinematographer, very soon to be in movies, an actor. I need to commit to and follow that dream. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, right? This long vlog, and go ahead and reflect, guys. So see ya. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get notification. There's a little button down there. It says subscribe. I don't know if it's on this side or that side, but I'm thinking it's on this side, right? Little button down there. I don't know. Let's just point to both sides. Little button somewhere down there that says subscribe. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and also click that little bell button that gives you a notification on when I'm live streaming, so that you don't miss anything. And that's it, guys. Peace. Where's my pen? Oh, I lost my pen. Where's my pen? Don't be like me and lose your things as soon as you use it. Oh, there it is. Bye, guys.